Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Beliya.
My name is Kulu.
We create content that speaks about Jesus, faith, marriage, travel, everything in between. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. If this is family for you and you're coming back to another video, welcome back. Take a seat, grab a cup of tea, enjoy this conversation. All right,
Okay,
what are we talking about today?
we're talking about the 5 things we did before getting married.
Yeah, it was really interesting before we got married because we knew nothing about each other. Absolutely
Nope.
nothing. We're gonna do another video about our story, how we met, and everything. Don't worry, you're gonna watch it soon. But right now, we feel like this is something that we need to speak
Yeah.
about. Yeah. So,
So number one
hmm
was that we spoke about money.
oh yeah,
We spoke about our money goals
yeah,
and how our relationship was with money.
yeah,
I think that was an important conversation to have
hmm
because I mean money is up there when it comes to family problems and marriage problems.
yeah,
So we didn't want that, and it was important for me to understand how that relationship was. Was she a spender? Was she a saver? And those conversations were important to have because at that time for me, I was in debt, and well, before I met her, I was in debt, and then I managed to pay off the debt. And yeah, I mean, we spoke about kind of what you had in savings, what I had in savings, and it wasn't mostly about what we had. It was just kind of how we managed it, just because we didn't want any issues where
yeah,
it became where she's now spending or I'm spending everything or every dime and not worrying about our future and investing. And so that was a very important one that we had because we did not want that to be an issue in our life later
word,
in life.
word. We did a lot of many chats. So I think that was really cool for us to do from the jump. And yeah, like I said, we're gonna speak about our story later, but from the get-go, we spoke about money. The second thing we really spoke about and really just zoned in on was family relationships. It's cool because before I met him, I met his aunt, his mom's sister, and I met her at like a business event. So when we first met and everything, and he went to talk about me with her, she knew me and she was like, "Oh yeah, I know her. I've seen her before." So family is really important to us because we grew up really close with our family, and yeah, we really cherish our family. Like I love my mom and my dad so much. So being able to find someone that my parents loved, him finding someone his parents loved was very important to him. So we really had to speak about like, okay, what's your relationship like with your parents? What's your relationship like with your extended family? What are your your thoughts on family life? Which leads us to the next point. How many children do you want? We spoke about children.
Yeah.
We didn't hide it. What were your thoughts about children when we spoke about it?
My thought was I wanted kids. I wanted
Period. You
kids.
need to hear that from your partner's mouth. They need to explicitly say, I want children. Don't guess. Don't say, oh, yeah, I think they want to. Maybe they want.
Nope.
Kids are like a world of responsibility. Like we know now better than we knew before. So you really need to be able to want it for yourself, and your partner needs to want it as well. So we spoke about wanting children, family, all of that good stuff. What else did we speak about?
Faith.
Yeah.
Faith was a very big one.
Yeah.
Wanted we're Christians,
Mm,
so I wanted someone who believed in God.
mm,
Someone who will be going to church with, and the family values. Right. When I envisioned what my marriage life would look like, it looked like our family going to church, us praying before meals, praying before going to bed, and these are the things that meant a lot to myself.
mm.
And so during my like before I got married, it wasn't really important for me. Honestly, I was just kind of just dating just because of a convenience. So I later learned that this was something that was very important. So when we had that conversation and when I met her in Zambia, her bringing me to church, our first conversation was around, God and just the belief that we had. And so that was very key in mine. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember the first few dates we went on. after like the first 3 dates, I took him to meet my pastors. I said, "Come meet my pastor, Pastor Sean and Pastor K. Let's go to their house." That's literally what we did. And when they met him, and my pastor was like, "Yo, this is an amazing guy," I was like, "Yeah, yeah, okay, okay, okay. I think we're on the right path." And then finally, we did something that was super, super important for our own emotional growth, which was therapy.
Yes,
Yeah.
therapy was something that I didn't actually start going to until I met her, until I met my wife. So when I met my wife, I realized, okay, you know what, I got to do some work um, in myself. So I went and I found a therapist, and I got to do a lot of work and about on myself and learning more about how to
Mm,
just be a better person
yeah.
and understanding kind of like my thoughts and my feelings, and that kind of helped me out even now into our marriage, understanding on how to deal with certain situations. And we also did premarital counseling,
Yeah.
and then we also, even after like we got married, we still thought a therapist, and it had nothing to do with, oh, you're crazy or things are bad in the relationship. No, it was like, what can we do, what steps can we do
Yeah.
before issues arise, because
Exactly.
issues will
They
arise.
will. That's what issues do. They just arise.
Yeah. And so we felt
Yeah.
that that was something that was very important. So therapy was something that I will do and continue to do,
Right.
because it is very important for us to just take care of our mental health.
Yeah.
Even when you think that everything is going good,
Mhm.
it's just nice to have somebody to chat with, somebody who's just distance from
Your world
any
like that. Yeah.
opinion or anything like
Mm.
that, right?
Mm.
And I love my wife. She's awesome to talk to. I can
Mm.
talk to her about anything, but she's not my therapist,
Mm.
and so um, I just thought that that was very key for us. So
Yeah.
see a therapist, guys.
Love it. And for us, the therapist that we chose to see, so he saw a therapist that was very focused on like emotional well-being. I saw a therapist that was also focused on emotional well-being, and she helped me um, close the unnecessary cycles in my life where I was blaming other people for certain decisions I made. And it helped me just recognize the importance of taking responsibility for myself and my actions, how I treat people, all of that good stuff. And then we came together and did therapy together, which we will also talk about the benefits of marriage therapy, marriage counseling, whatever you want to call it. You get the same fruit from it. We'll talk about the benefits of that, and we will talk about the importance of having accountability as as partners, as people who are trying to get married. If you are thinking of getting married, this is your video. If you're about to get married, this is for you, because these are the things that we brush over and assume that yeah, we'll deal with it later, but then they cause problems in the future if you don't talk about it now, especially the relationships that you have in your life with your family members, the relationships that you have with your friends. How can you make sure that those relationships are still maintained? You still honor the people that you love and honor the partner that you have as well. So therapy really allows you to get those skills, learn, and do what needs to be done. And that's what we did. And we just are going to continue learning. It's not easy, so we need the help. And we're not proud enough to assume that we've got all the answers. But we do believe that in us sharing and talking to you guys about what we've been through and how we've been preparing, it's helping us remember the fundamentals and the importance of keeping the main things, which is money, family, God, therapy, like Kendrick, literally friendships, like those are the main things. Everything else, nah. And money in terms of finances. Finances is literally the number one reason people end marriages. Do you know what I mean? So if you don't talk about it from the jump, from the get go of your courtship or your relationship or your pre marriage or whatever, you will cry. And you don't want to cry. You probably end up
Nope.
crying for other reasons. So you better off not crying for this at least, you know?
Yeah, and tackling these tough conversations
Yeah.
before.
Before, because they're tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so those were the five things that we spoke about, that we had a conversation with, that we did. And yeah, we're not perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect,
Mm-hmm.
and we continue to improve in that, in those areas.
Yeah.
Even you could talk about all those things and still things won't go right. Right? We
Right.
spoke about We spoke about money, and still, right? Some days, I gotta tell her, hey, babes,
Stop
like,
spending all that money.
that credit card is
Yeah,
going
and
wild
I'm there like,
now.
just so you know, he's the saver, I'm the spender. We call it balance. It's a healthy balance.
Yeah.
But I am a really good saver.
No, you do save. You
I
good. You
save
good.
well. I'm just
Yeah.
more inclined
You
to
good.
spending, and he's more inclined to saving. But I still save, and he still spends as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a sweet
Spend a
spot.
lot on food.
Yeah, we love it here. Right. So if you're married, let us know what things you spoke about before you got married in the comments. If you're about to get married, let us know.
If you are married,
Yeah, let us know. We want to know all of that stuff. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this with a friend. And we will see you in the next video.
bye guys.
Bye.